Welcome back. I am so excited. So this is a great day because I have people on my show today that have been really fun and interesting and just are ready to get back to the community. You know, that's what I like. So here at Congo Community Spotlight, we want to give back. So to have, I guess, just a pageantry expert here to give back and to let young people know just what to do, how to do, is fabulous. Welcome to the show. Let everybody know who you are, what you do, and just how great you are.
Oh, thank you. Well, my name is Annette Fletcher. I am a pageant director, a pageant coach, and a motivational speaker. I have a Wear Your Crown Empowerment Speaker Series that I do every year from January to May. May, because May is International Women's Awareness Day. We celebrate women, so May is typically when I host my pageants. So building amicable relations amongst women and girls is my platform, and I do that by sharing the plethora of phenomenal women in and around Delaware. Actually, we went international during COVID because we had other women who were able to share because everyone was locked in and we were using Zoom. So building and encouraging women and girls into their purpose is what I do, and I love doing it through pageantry. Now, I model as well.
Okay.
But modeling and pageantry are very different.
Okay. Well, explain.
Okay.
Yes.
So, as a model, you're representing the clothing line of the designer. So, a designer gives you an outfit. It could be a goth outfit. It could be a princess gown. It could be denim, streetwear, and that may not necessarily be you, but they are going to use you as a mannequin to present the clothing in the style and in the fashion that they want their pieces to be sold as or for. In pageantry, it's all about sharing who you authentically are, connecting with a variety of women that you are not necessarily in competition with, but exhibiting or introducing yourself, sort of like a debutante.
Oh, okay.
So if you look at pageantry as a debutante, you have an opportunity to share who you are, what you do, why you do it, why it's important, and how your platform connects to women and girls or other people around you.
Amazing. See, so I just heard all of the wonderful things you do. If someone wanted to hire you as a coach, what would they do? How would they get in touch with you?
They would reach out to me. I'm on Facebook. My number is everywhere.
Is it?
Probably shouldn't be, but it's everywhere. My number is everywhere. Typically, I'm at the Academy for Peace with Dr. J every Tuesday.
Okay.
And that is also typically where the Wear Your Crown Empowerment Series happens.
Okay.
When that is not happening, we're typically doing pageantry best and model walks. So women and girls who are interested in enhancing their walk or presenting or preparing for pageantry, they come down on Tuesday. We are actually not charging at this time.
Wow, isn't that amazing? So giving back.
Giving back. One, because I want to encourage women and girls to participate in pageantry. I feel like there's a pageant for everyone.
All right.
So from 0 to 100, if you are interested in participating in a pageant, we have a pageant especially for you. And we have a variety of queens here in Delaware who are doing the same thing. So part of what I do outside of my platform is service.
Okay.
So now I get voluntold to do a lot.
Yes, I know that.
Especially from Dr. J and Gladys Spikes, who is with the Housing Opportunities of Northern Delaware. Mind you, Jazz in the House is coming up September 26th. You want to check it out if you've never been. It's an amazing event for a great purpose, basically making and or ensuring that people have housing, especially own their own housing.
Yes.
So getting your credit right, they basically help you get on the track for getting your home. So encouraging and plugging a variety of women that I connect with that I know are doing great things, especially here in Delaware. It's important to support.
Yes.
One of the things that I also do now is I work with a company called Allies Inc.
Okay.
Now they're out of New Jersey, but we basically find jobs for persons with intellectual disabilities.
Okay.
So if you are looking for a quality, well-focused employee who likes working, has no problem coming to work,
That's it.
doing their job,
Doing their job.
and then going home consistently.
Yes.
You want to talk to me too, because I have some phenomenal individuals who are looking for part-time work in most cases, part-time work, and can do practically anything. Quality
Very important.
quality work, timely, consistent, and have support staff, because I will be there for at least the first 90 days.
Oh, wow, that's great. So now, just giving all this information, I love everybody, but I don't want you to call me and ask me about her information. So can you please let us know how to get in touch with you?
Okay, so on Facebook, I am myself. I am Annette Fletcher, authentically me. So I do have a page for Miss Delaware Classic Universe 2023, which is my current title, which I just finished my reign. Oh,
Congratulations.
yes.
Well,
Well, you know, you keep your title and your platform, especially when you're passionate about it. It just keeps growing. What else? Instagram, I am A as in Apple, M as in Mary, F as in Frank, 1999, B as in Bear, A as in Apple. That's my name. Annette Michelle Fletcher. 1999 is when I got my degree, and it was, oh, guess what? Bachelor of Arts. Exactly. AMF 1999 BA on Instagram. And again, I'm there as myself, Annette. But if you really want to find what I'm doing,
Yes.
if you go to Google and type in "wear your crown,"
Oh.
I come up.
Wow, isn't that amazing? That's so
I
cool.
love hashtags.
Yes.
They definitely work.
Yeah.
I encourage models and people who are interested in pageantry to, when they start creating their page or they decide where they want to go, to hashtag people you want to work with, at people you want to work with. So then when people are searching for them or looking for them, then they find you.
Even better, right? Even better. So how long have you been interested in pageantry or part of pageantry?
I was never interested in pageantry. Never. Like never.
So how long?
Oh, since 2016. So the story is, my sister, I was living in Japan. I came back, and my sister saw a pageant for big, beautiful women. And she was like, we should do this pageant. And I was like, what? She was like, yeah, let's sign up and do this pageant. And I was like, okay, it's something to do. Signed up, paid my money, right? Registration, we had an orientation, went to the orientation, and they're handing me my packet. And I'm like, you didn't give my sister her packet. And they were like, oh, are you competing too? She said, no. Mind you, I had never done a pageant. She is a pageant girl.
Is she really?
She is not only a pageant girl, but she is a model, skin to
Really?
perfection. She can walk and present, and she's been doing it for years.
Wow.
So I was like, how you going, look, with the clenched teeth, clenched jaw, how you going to tell me to do a pageant that we're supposed to do, and you don't do it? She was like, yeah, I'm over it. I've done it already. I've done enough. Like, you'll have fun. Again, I knew nothing.
Wow. Isn't
So
that
I'm like,
amazing?
okay, let me, once I got it, you know, I calmed down. I started looking up on Google, on Yahoo, you know, pageantry, and they gave me a plethora of stuff that I needed to know. So I went back to my sister with like a whole thing of random clothes that I had pulled from my closet. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna wear this for swimwear, I'm gonna wear this for formal, I'm gonna wear this for, and she was like, no, that is not pageant.
Oh.
And I was like, what do you mean? It's nice, I like it, I feel good in it. She was like, it's not pageant. Try again. Literally, like short, like try again, start all over. And I was like, what about this? What about this? What about this? She was like, no, no, no.
Wow.
So I went back on YouTube, looking up stuff. Okay, watching pageants, and I'm like, okay, so I need like a ball gown, something big, something, you know. I ended up going on to some the Lighthouse.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, they have a little bit of everything, but you never know what you're going to get.
Yes.
Because it's from China,
Right.
So I bought like 2 dresses. One I couldn't fit, the other one I could, so I ended up wearing the one I could. But I competed with, I think, 2 other women that year who were beautiful.
Isn't that amazing?
And they had amazing outfits.
Wow.
I'm getting dressed looking at what they're wearing. Like, oh my gosh, her dress is so cute. Oh my gosh, look at her hair. Right? They're like, girl, pay attention. Like, get in the dress. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, I'm going to lose. I'm not going to win. So I'm just going to have fun. I helped them get dressed, got myself dressed, put my wigs on, went out waving to people. Hey, how y'all doing? Doing my little sachet and turn around. I'm going to lose anyway. I might as well have fun.
That's right.
Enjoy myself, right?
Enjoy yourself. All
They
the time.
had 3 men escort us out for the formal. And the gentleman who was walking me out said, you know, you won. I said, sir, you're not a judge. You're not a judge.
And what was his response?
He was like, I'm not. He was like, but you got this. And I was like, from your
wonderful.
ears to,
Right.
you know. And I was like, but I don't know about that. They sang and they could sing. So I did my little kimono thing. Who knows about kimonos? Like, that's not that interesting. So a song that you've never heard of, Sakura. And I was like, yeah. We got up there, they said second runner-up. And I was like, that's not me. And they was like, and first runner-up is this person. I was like, you know that cry that people actually do? That like surprise, like, oh my gosh, that was so me. I had the ugliest cry.
Oh.
I was like, oh my gosh, they made me. Like, but did you see them? Did you see them? I was shocked. I was super excited. I was stoked. I was like, oh my goodness. Like, they, you know, people are trying to take pictures. I'm running to my family like, I won. They was like, we know.
What did your sisters say?
They said they were proud of me.
Oh.
They was like, we're kind of glad it's over because I was trying to figure it out. And then at the end of it, they said, so now you have to go compete in Philadelphia. I said, what? What is it? What you talking about, Willis? What you mean I gotta do this again? Yes, you won your state.
Okay.
Now you have to go compete in the international pageant.
Oh.
I was like, I gotta do this again? I was like, okay. But this time, I was like, I got this.
Okay.
I know what I'm doing. I gotta go get some gowns. I gotta get things that identify me. And when I was looking on YouTube, I found, oh my goodness, this phenomenal coach whose name I cannot think of right now.
It'll come back.
Yes, and she gives you tips on like walking, presenting, like everything. So I just started watching her again. I was like, okay, Lulu. They call her Lulu. Her name is Lulu Sierra. So I started watching Lulu, and I was like, okay. She ended up being on my Wear Your Crown Empowerment Speaker Series.
Good.
It was
That's
awesome
nice.
that you can like actually reach out to real people.
That's so amazing.
Yes, she's actually doing life coaching now. Okay, I digress. I like talking. So I was like, okay, I have to do this again. I got it, right? So this time I got my outfits, my intro, you know, shared with my sisters. And they was like, yeah, I had another panel of people look at my outfits. And they was like, no, you look like a grandma. No, that's too bright. No, that's too tight. No, switch to this. I listened to everybody. And I was like, okay, got my stuff. Now, for my talent, I twirled the flag, I sang, and I did a dance.
All right.
I had fatigue pants on, a red shirt because it was Shakira's "You're a Good Soldier, Choosing Your Battle." I love that song. So I was like, pick yourself up, you know, twirl the flag. I was getting it. Have fun. My sister was like, not in that outfit. And I was like, but it's a battle. It symbolizes, you know, and my theme is an international pageant, so my theme is international, you know, that's, you just don't get it. Now, mind you, if she don't get it.
Who else is going to get it, right? If she knows.
But I was excited, because I was like, I won the first time. I know what to do now. Yes. I got to that pageant. I had so much fun. Met so many phenomenal women. And I'm standing out there, and they're like, second runner-up. First runner-up, I tied.
Oh, okay.
And then they named the winner, and I was like, I think that's mine. I think that crown is mine. I think, they didn't say my name. Like, and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't win. And I was like, but I did everything. Like, I had the outfit. I knew how to present. I knew my platform, da-da-da. I was disappointed.
Oh.
I was like, okay. So you know how you reflect on what worked and what didn't. So I went back to Dr. J's. I'm at the Academy for Peace, and I'm like pacing back and forth, talking about the pageant, what worked, what didn't work, what happened, what didn't happen. And as I'm talking, I'm identifying all of these phenomenal women that I met during the pageant.
Isn't that amazing?
Including the queen.
Yes.
Who had her own story. Everybody had a story. Everybody had something amazing going on. I was like, this was awesome. Like, people should know about these women. Like, we all actually wore crowns. We all actually represented something that someone else needed or would have benefited from, which is how the Wear Your Crown Empowerment Series was birthed.
That's it.
I was like, okay, so now, in addition to putting on pageants, because that's what basically happened. So when I came back for the Delaware one to happen, the director was like, oh, no, I'm done. That was it. And I was like, what? And I was like, okay, I guess that's it. And then that following year, they gave me a sash for 2017. And I was like, hold up, I don't think that's how you happen. This happens. I went back on YouTube, like, can you just pass the title for another year? Like, nobody said that's how that happened. So I was like, there are enough phenomenal plus-size women in Delaware who could represent this title. So I decided to take it on myself.
All right.
So in 2019, we were at the George Wilson Community Center. And that following year, we were at the Chase Center.
Wow.
So we were at capacity at the George Wilson Community Center, and I was like, we have to be at the Chase. Like, they have enough space. They have the room where they can come out. We don't have to worry about not having air or AC, and everybody, the performers being squoze in a room with the contestants, the models. No, we have more than enough space for everybody to do what they needed to do.
Amazing. And so it's so great to hear you speak of something that you love so much, and that obviously there's nobody who can hear you that you would make a difference. And so that's what is important, I believe, as we're putting it out there, is that you impact a life, you know? So that person can then remember and impact another life, you know? And we get to pass it on, right? So that's, for me, a lot of what it's all about.
And paying it forward is important.
Yes.
So as a returned Peace Corps volunteer, one of my goals, or the last goal, is basically sharing your international experience with your host country nationals, or people who are from here. The second goal is you sharing your culture with the country that you serve in. Okay. So in terms of Peace Corps and connecting with people, getting to know people, what works, what doesn't, and just trying to figure out what works. Like project management is real, and it is a real skill and a real talent. So is grant writing, and all of that came, into play as a Peace Corps volunteer. But in terms of that service and having that heart to serve, and understanding that you are needed where you are. Some people are like, okay, I have to wait until I'm making this much money, or until I have a building for my business, or until I have this.
Exactly.
Where you are now
is
where you are needed now. Yes. So regardless of where you are, where you are, just start. Yes. Start sharing, start pushing, because there are other people either looking for you, looking to you, wanting to grow as well. And you could be basically pouring into, what was the movie, If You Build It, They Will Come? Yes. It was like a Field of Dreams. Field of Dreams. That is so real. The pageant that I put on, I had done two I had done 2 pageants, but I was like, I want to do this because I know that there are phenomenal women here who can represent. That's it. The second time at the Chase Center, if I knew it was going to cost me more than $5,000, I probably would have not. I probably would have scared myself out of doing it. Like, what? How much is the venue? And how much is the food? How much?
How is it all coming together?
But between prayer,
that's it,
people I have praying for me,
that's it,
and me having the heart to actually do it and to see it through, you just start. We started at the George Wilson Community Center. I recommend that place often.
So we grew up in Newark, so we're part of Mr. I guess loving Mr. Wilson and all that he did. And Mr. Wilson was a phenomenal man in Newark, Delaware, and did so much. He built houses for people who didn't have homes. He got scraps. So this is a story I've always heard. He got things that other people didn't want, and actually, because people of color didn't have homes at that time, and builders weren't making them for them, and surely not down in that part of Newark. Because back then Newark was separated, so it was that side where it was. And Mr. Wilson built a development and started, helping people get homes.
I didn't. Well, he helped me start my first project. It was an affordable venue. It was easy to get to. They had parking and they allowed outside food.
And that's it. And now that I go back and see, because I've been back, of course, down to the George Wilson Community Center. It was School Hill when we used to go have parties. However, there are just all kinds of people there. It's just a pleasant. It's like, before it was just all people of color. So it's just, you would just see just us there at School Hill, whatever was going on. I went back recently and it is just phenomenal. Yeah. The different people and the different programs, and it's just doing so much for the community. So I'm sure, as we know the Wilson family, they are so proud to know that they're still out supporting people who want to start, who want to try. His name is still just bringing in greatness, because people get to go, and as you're saying, an opportunity to do something. They're doing yoga. I think he would probably laugh at us with yoga because he was a guy. But it's just so much happening there now, and again, you just don't know what's going to come out of something. So you really have to
start.
Just do it.
Just start.
Get it going.
One of my other phrases is be perfect in your imperfection, because you are needed as is where you are now.
See that? Then I wouldn't be able to say all of that. But definitely, I can tell you that, definitely just do it. Be who you are. And
you're trying to find it.
Just love it. And I am really big on self-care now, and getting people to realize the importance of self-care, and myself included. So working on it and hitting that self-care and all of the aspects that happen with it. And part of it is loving who you are and knowing who you are. And I'm sure something like pageantry will help you get to know and understand and love and all of those great things. Listening to you made me feel like, wow.
Look, my last pageant, so for all of the pageants I competed in, I've always worn a wig. Because, when you see the pictures, they have the long, flowy coils and everything. And I was like, okay, that's pageant. You have to have hair. You have to have a wig. But for the last pageant, I was like, if I'm being authentic, I like my natural hair.
Okay.
And at the time, I was cutting it, so I had like a little fade, and it was like cut down on the side. And I had brought wigs to compete because that's pageant, right? I was like, okay. And I had them, you lay out your table. So I have the way I set up. I have like a garment bag with all of the things for that scene, so that I don't have to be trying to figure out where everything is. So I had my stuff laid out, and I had my wigs, and I was like, I don't
feel like it.
I don't. If I'm moving in, you don't. Yeah. So I felt like it was a testament to being your authentic self. I felt so good. Yes. Now, I still am Miss Delaware Classic Universe. I didn't get the national title, but I'm still out here representing. I still have a host of new sisters.
All right.
And when I tell you representing and feeling good,
that's it.
I felt great. I left nothing on the table. We had a masquerade scene. My mask was to die for. It was so from Pennsylvania.
All right.
There's a masquerade store.
Okay.
And they have these masks that are sitting in boxes, and I think people typically hang on the wall.
Okay.
Like as displays, which is where mine is right now.
Okay.
But I was like, I'm gonna figure out how to sit it on my face and just come out like a statue.
Oh,
and
that's so cool.
It was. I was surprised it stayed on the whole time.
Oh, right.
And then I did do a takeoff. I don't know if you were supposed to do that. But again, I was moving in my authenticity,
That's
which I
it.
totally believe in. So, I took it off and I kind of held it to the side and did another side. And then I came back and people were like, ooh. Oh. But they weren't judges. The judges were different people. They were probably like, you were supposed to keep that mask on. But I had fun.
And that's what's
and I
important.
represented authentically, like I felt like for the first time, me.
Right.
Like I didn't have to change, I feel like, who I was or to to conform to what I thought was pageantry.
Right.
And, people in the audience were really excited about how I represented. And I was like, that always feels good too.
That it
So
is.
I was like, that felt good. I love it. So today is...
With that, I have to share. Being authentically you is what you want to do at the time you want to do it. So if you want, because we know sometimes we feel like a hair or a hairstyle or whatever, being authentically you does not always mean just, I want to come out. Like, you want to do what you feel like in that moment, or in that day, or in that position, or however it's going. So be your you. And if your you that day is a high ponytail with a purple thing hanging down, be that you.
I agree, because I got Afro puffs that I keep.
Exactly. It's so important to understand in today's world, there are no rules. The only rule is what you decide for yourself. So definitely do what you want to do, be who you want to be, and just start loving yourself. For me, it's all about loving who you are and how you are, and people will fall in love with you too as you start letting them know it's okay to love you because you love yourself.
Yes. Continue to be perfect in your imperfection.
That's
you are
right.
perfect as is, and you are needed as you are.
Yes. And therefore, share that light, because I think we all have our light. And sometimes we kind of hide it. We aren't sure that we should let that light shine. I say, shine your light, because you don't know who's going to need some guidance from your light. Okay? So please, shine that light. However, when you need some help learning how to be the pageant queen, definitely call Miss Annette. So, don't call her because she didn't give us a number. She told us to get on Facebook.
So I can share.
Okay,
so
please.
my phone number is 302-353-6717. And I feel like there's a coach for everyone. So if we don't necessarily work out, I have other queens that I can connect you with. So don't worry about it.
And that's important. And I'm learning, I'm trying to get there, because I heard someone say recently, everybody who's winning has a coach. It's okay to have a coach, people. Let's get a coach for whatever it is that you want to do. So feel good about the fact that you're putting enough into yourself to get a coach. Getting a coach is important. All of the greats, and sometimes we think of it only with athletics these days, but coach with everything, and that way you have accountability, you have someone who's inspiring you, and you have someone who knows more than you usually.
And somebody who connects. So an authentic coach, if they don't have the skill or what you need, will authentically connect you
with someone who does. All right, see that? So we have that answer. And so we've had a lot of fun. You had fun today?
I did.
Yeah, you're gonna come back?
Of course.
All right. We're gonna do a pageant together now. I'm decided. We're gonna make this
Just
work.
so that you know, we have one coming up entitled "Wear Your Crown Empowerment." So keep an eye out.
So she didn't even tell us that. See, I
got excited about everything else.
So she definitely has to come back and tell us more about that. And you have to see more of our phenomenal young setter. Am I saying it wrong, y'all?
Young setter.
Young setter. I said it right. All right. Thank you. He's coming back. He's got some more music for us, and we're going to have some fun. See you soon.
Clear.
The Wear Your Crown Empowerment Speaker Series is tied to a phenomenal pageant entitled Wear Your Crown Empowerment. The pageant is for ages 4 to 100. We also have an international segment as well as a BBW, Big Beautiful Women segment as well. If you are interested in competing and you haven't found a pageant that's quite for you, you definitely want to check out the Wear Your Crown Empowerment Pageant. It's happening next year, May 2025. Stay tuned for additional information. Feel free to look me up on Facebook, Annette Fletcher, AMF 1999 BA.
Hi, thank you so much for watching us this afternoon. I want to remind you we're here every single Sunday night, 7 p.m. on channel 190. So that's where you see me when I'm in this hat. But you can also get me with my pre-planning, because I am the primary pre-planning consultant, say that 3 times fast, with Congo Funeral Home. And it is so important that you take time to plan everything that you do. And including that is planning for your final party. This is a celebration, and what celebration do you not plan? We plan every celebration, so let's plan this one as well. We can do it in person. I can come to your home, you can come to the funeral home, we can do it on Zoom. So however you like it, just give me a call, 302-218-8632. You can go to our website, congofuneralhome.com, go to that pre-planning link and add some information, and I will give you a call. So I'm here to help everything pre-planning, and I thank you so much for supporting. All right, take care. See you next week. Same time, same channel. Hi, I'm Kim, and I am a part of the Congo Funeral Home team. My part is to help people pre-plan their funerals. Congo Funeral Home has been serving the community for many years, and now I find myself being able to say that I have helped people pre-plan funerals for 30 years. I know I'm only 34, right? How can this be? But I have been helping the community pre-plan young, more mature, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles. Every single person can pre-plan their funeral. And you can do it with a company that you know, that you trust, that's been here supporting you for many years. Many times families come in and they're having some difficulty, and I feel bad because I need to get to these places to help people understand that you can just take your time, make easy, low monthly payments, and not have the hardship at the time of death. So sometimes when someone passes, the pain is just overwhelming, and it's intensified by the fact that we have to figure out how we're going to pay. Well, we at Congo Funeral Home want to support you in every way possible, also by giving you options to prepay your funeral. There are no health questions that would disqualify you. There's no amount of money. We will work it out so that it happens for you. So please call me, 302-652-8887 or 218-8632. And I want you to know that I'm available to come talk to your church group, your community group, just your family if you like, because it's important that we get this information out to as many people as possible so we can help everyone feel the peace that some of us feel once we know that we're securely covered. So please give me a call and I will help.